Welcome, guys. Let's get a massage by a $12,000 massage chair. Yes, this costs $12,000. So we're gonna go to auto. Derek's gonna be on soon. We'll do the lower body today. But yeah, this is the good one. You can tell for those of you that know massage chairs, this is it. And yeah, massage the lower body today. Derek's gonna be on soon. He's figuring out how to get on with the live. And then he's going to tell you what we've done for his credit. Oh, he's on. Derek, hi.
Hey, how
Good
you doing,
evening.
buddy?
Great. I'm great. I'm just getting a massage in a $12,000 massage chair.
No,
And
you're not going to want to get out that thing.
yeah, I just wanted to be comfortable for this live. Okay, great. Good to have you on here. We've been talking back and forth. You've been a client for, I think, 2 weeks?
Yeah, either 2 or 3, right around
Two or
right
three.
around that
Okay,
bit.
cool. Cool. All right. Yeah. So could you kind of explain to everyone? This is going to be recorded. I'm going to leave it on the live, but
Hmm.
maybe people are not going to be on it like right this second. But yeah. So time and time I'll be talking as if I'm talking to people that are not necessarily on. But could you explain, kind of like tell everyone like why you decided to work with us? Have you worked with anyone else before? Your kind of your situation, and then what it was like when we first started working. Did you get any results?
Yeah, well, last year, around April, I wanted to start cleaning up my credit. So I started watching, everything on YouTube about it. I ran across a guy uh, called Mike the credit guy, or something like that. And he had an AI program. And what caught my eye was it was an AI program and it called Dispute Beast. I'm not gonna lie, that sounded like a menacing thing, and I wanted to put it on as an attack dog. So I got it, but I wasn't diligent with it, and I got caught up uh, in some things that kind of took my attention away from it. I subscribed to it, and literally I went 6 months without even using it, but getting charged every month for it. So that in part is what pushed me or opened me up to wanting to have someone uh, do the credit repair for me, because I've always had this mindset of trying to do everything myself. I always want to be involved, but when you got so many irons in the fire, some things need to just be delegated out, and that's what I came to the assumption in December. I says like, man, I've got too many things going on. I really need a professional person or organization to kind of take the lead on this, so I could try and focus on some other things, since I have so many irons in the fire at the moment, and it always seems like something's new is popping up every week. So in December, I sent out one round of the Dispute Beast letters that I had generated in April or May, and I knew it was really too old, but I just wanted to get past the inertia of not doing anything, so I did that. And then the following 3 days, I asked the system to send out a second round of letters, and I did that also. But I had been like I said, I was just on YouTube, just listening to everybody talk about credit. Anybody, everybody. Until I came across your YouTube video. And actually, the title of your YouTube video caught my attention. And it was the video that said 160 accounts deleted. And I was like, oh my God, that is an incredible number of accounts that have been deleted. I was highly skeptical. It's like, I said, I know this guy. This got to be not true. That's just too much. But I listened to it, and that's what the title caught me. When I listened to it, I wasn't expecting it. I just thought it was going to be, um, something that's too fantastical. But uh, I'm glad that I did watch it. I'm glad it did catch my attention because after watching the video, I mean, something when I saw you speaking in the video, uh, I was like, wow, this person seems very sincere. I didn't detect or feel, my spirit didn't feel any bullshit and nothing that you said. You didn't talk about the 160 accounts deleted that I can remember, but what I focused on was everything that you spoke about. You gave a little brief history of yourself and how you got into the credit repair um, industry, and that was what kind of hooked me. Because I was like, when you talked about the person who trained you, I forgot the name of the company, Lexus something or Credit
Lexington
Repair or
Law, the
something.
original founder. Yeah.
Right.
Uh,
When you, yeah. So when you said that, that really caught my attention. I was like, wow, this dude studied from somebody way back in the game that's got a lot of knowledge. And that's what my spirit was like, really, the antennas was like up. And I was like, man, I need let me listen a little bit more. I was really caught once you said that and then you talked about it. Uh and I was like, okay, um, this guy is really sincere. I think he's studied under someone who knew what was going on. And my spirit just instantly just grabbed me and told me, he's like, this is your man right here. This is the dude you need to go with. Uh just chunk everything else. Uh this guy is not a YouTube star. He's not trying to do this to get likes or all this other foolishness. Because I've watched other people, and I'm not going to say any names, but man, they are so methodical with their thing, but there was just no there was no heart. It just seemed like they was just doing it just to uh, get views and everything, and that was the thing that differentiated you from everyone else in there. And I did like Mike the credit guy. I ain't gonna lie, he was funny, entertaining.
yeah, he learned from me. Yeah, I put Mike on.
Everybody always say subscribe. Please, hit the like button, subscribe, blah blah blah. He had this little cute saying at the end of his thing. I remember he said, "Oh, subscribe so your credit score will go down," and I thought that was just so cute. That was a nice little hook. But and I thought he was, to be honest with you, I thought he was pretty sincere too about what he was doing. But what I did get from him though, which is different from you, was that and he kind of said it in his thing that he wasn't. I don't think he was he was doing credit repair actively from the things that he was saying in some of his videos. Whereas, I got the impression from you that you were, actively doing it. And
Yeah, I think he
uh
just has a DIY thing, and that's working
yeah,
out
he
for
has.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because where he's located, credit repair is not legal, um,
Was
and he
not.
can't.
How can that be illegal?
Well, it depends upon the state, because we all live in a state. A state acts as its own country, and the federal law overlooks, the state law. but
Mm-hmm.
depending upon your state where you're situated at, it could be really risky. And then it's also the nature of how you conduct business and just your following. A lot of these YouTubers, they do not want to do credit repair because they're really scared of getting sued. And they're really scared because, Lexington Law was sued for billions, right?
Right.
So the federal government makes it really difficult to run a credit repair business. And unfortunately, a lot of these big companies, they market and advertise in very unethical ways, and they mislead people, and it makes it bad for everyone. So yeah, I'm not an expert at his business, but I do think that he just has a DIY service. And uh some people just don't have the time to do that. Some people like to watch YouTube videos on how to change their car oil or change their tire, and then
Yeah.
some people just want to hire a mechanic. So it really depends upon what you want to do. And then there's a lot of people that look at people like them to learn credit repair so they can start their own business. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it really depends.
Yeah. I like the DIY stuff. Like I said, I got attracted to him because of the AI. He was the first YouTube video individual that had an AI program that I got introduced to. So I kind of bid on that because I was like, well, yeah, I love the new technology and the AI technology, and I wanted to use it. But once again, you still gotta.
Yeah,
It's
it's just
still a
white labeled. A lot
yeah.
of the guys on YouTube are just white labeling a service, and then they're slapping their brand on it, and
Right
it's
on.
just
Right.
having just dispute templates and making it really easy for you to just send out disputes. But what we do is on a higher level. That stuff is just not to hate on it, but if you want to pay a cheap price to do some work, there's some value there. But this is the real deal. We're the elite, and
Yeah.
yeah, when it's me working on the file, it's a lot different than just someone that's learning from a few videos. So it's like
Right.
if you were to give yourself a basketball and Michael Jordan a basketball, there's going to be a different ROI on that. So
Amen.
yeah, some people want to learn credit repair, and that's great. Yeah, they probably should, but it just want to achieve quick. So I'm glad got results for you. Yeah, he's got a great channel, great channel. He's got a lot of good stuff. Could you share with the viewers some of the results that we got? I mean, did we get you any results?
Man, we got.
Is
I've
this a
got
bunch of
incredible.
BS or?
No, I've got incredible results. I've been talking you up to my friends, and I'm trying to get them to get on board with you because I got one friend, especially I got a Masonic brother. His I didn't even know you can have a score this low. He got a score of 357, and I'm going to stay on top of him until he hires you. Because I'm like, dude, 357. Matter of fact, he said, and I know what it is. His problem is a part of my problem. He has a credit utilization of 178%. I'm like, oh my God. Uh, but when I prior to you coming on board, my scores across the board, Advantage 3.0 and FICO were around 550. TransUnion, Equifax, Experian. Um, uh, After you got on board, I started seeing things pop off or drop off. Excuse me. Like I had just got one collection knocked off, and then
Something
a
else to me
second.
came off today or yesterday or something.
Well, yeah, there. Well, actually, I don't even know when the other one got knocked off, but Experian contacted me and told me that the newest one had been deleted. So
Okay.
when I went to go check for that one, I sent you the screenshot. I looked around, and you asked me about any other uh, uh, collections. The oldest one, because I had two. The oldest one, it was gone on all three bureaus, credit bureaus. And also, just yesterday after we talked, I had a deal with Ford Motor Credit. That account dropped off too. It was a situation where I didn't. I had turned the call back in. I was going through some stuff at the times, and
Yeah, you were going through a lot.
yeah.
Oh, did you disconnect? Yeah, you went black. I'll give it a few seconds to see where you're at. Maybe the connection or
Okay,
oh,
there
there you
we
go.
go.
Cool, cool, cool.
Okay, so yeah, that year I had filed a bankruptcy to stop a legal action occur, and that's like I only got two things that are major for me. The one is that bankruptcy and a late payment that I had um, from the year of COVID. Because everything else, whatever you've been doing, everything else has been cleared off. Uh, the only, I've got, I don't know what's going on with Experian, but man, Experian's got like 20 names from me. I can't have 20 names.
Yeah, I'll send you a form to fill out after the call, and then
Hmm.
two forms to fill out to handle Experian, and then also the BK.
Yeah. I also noticed that, I was looking at the Credit Karma, and then I was looking at the FICO uh,
My
app
FICO.
and the Experian. I think Experian is using FICO.
Yeah,
So once you cleared off those collections, they started popping up. Matter of fact, the Experian, uh, I was like at I think around 560 on Saturday, last Saturday. Then Sunday, the score went up 20 points on Experian. Then on Tuesday, the following Tuesday, this week, the score jumped up another 20 points. So now I've gone from high 500s to 642 on Experian. Uh, the FICO uh, for the Equifax went up to 639 from about around 580, something like that. Also, it dropped down a little bit to 633 yesterday because I used my credit cards again. But I'm gonna clear that out in a day or two. I noticed that the Advantage score, though, the Advantage scores, they have to be on a different algorithm
yeah, for sure.
because they weren't moving or budging. And that TransUnion, man, that TransUnion, it's hard to get that one to move. But the Advantage score uh, 3.0 for the Equifax, it jumped up 5 points this week. So I think I'm at 587 on that. So one of the other things I did use, and everyone should use it to their benefit too, because I think that helped out a little bit also, was the use of the Credit AI card. It's a credit card that works like a debit card. I just put $10 on it, and they give you a $1,500 credit limit, not a credit, whatever you call that, line of credit. And I did see my scores, jump up a little bit once that went into effect. Um, so I'm getting myself together and I'm going to stay on track, get disciplined, and I'm really hopeful and thankful for your assistance and helping me clean up my credit score so that I can move into business because I'm ready to give my entrepreneurial wings a chance to fly. And I can't do
Yeah,
that without
absolutely.
I can't do that without the having a good personal credit score. Now I know there's been some Trump's been involved with this with firing of the head of the CFPB. I don't know what I don't understand why he's getting involved just because those people on Wall Street want to keep us, I guess, keep us a ball and chain on us. But people are saying that the CFPB has been shut down? Also, do you know if that's true or not?
The CFP, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, has not been
Bureau,
shut
yeah,
down. It's
it's not
not
been
that
shut down.
easy. There
Okay.
just a few things have been halted, and some main guy got fired that was doing some things. It's always good to get press. I don't think anyone should worry about it. Just
Yeah, he was doing a phenomenal job. He was the reason why all these bureaus were getting sued for doing illegal things. And that's what I don't understand, why Trump is getting involved in that. If you know that the credit bureaus were doing something illegal, why would you get rid of the guy who's actually doing the business, doing the business properly, which would benefit the consumers, which are Americans, you know. You're supposed to be you ran on the platform of America first. Well, we're America. We're the Americans.
yeah, that is true. Yeah, I think everything should be okay though. Uh, yeah, because let's just say if theoretically if the CFPB was gone, there's still the Federal Trade Commission and there's still the credit bureaus. So there's still the Fair Credit Reporting Act, right?
Yeah, but
And then
I know the CFPB allowed us to file complaints. Are we able to file complaints with the other institution?
yeah, you always can. Nothing changes. It's a different pie. You know, one pie has more slices than the other. It's all a pie. Because
Okay.
so the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is a branch of the FTC that solely focuses on protecting consumers, whereas before, looking back, what it was before that, it was just the Federal Trade Commission. But now they branched off and created this own, you know, organization that handles that. This happened after the housing collapse, right?
Hmm.
And the 2007 2008 real estate collapse. So there's a lot to speculate. I think everything should be okay though. Yeah, we'll see how it turns out. But you're always going to have a way to dispute your credit. Even before the CFPB, people were disputing stuff. So I think everything's going to
What
be okay.
what year? That's an interesting question. What year did the CFPB come into existence?
It came in, I think, 2011. Yeah.
Oh, that is that young. Okay, all right. So see, once again, this is that right
Maybe
there.
2010, 2011. No, no, no,
Yeah.
2009, 2000. Within it's either 2009, 2010, or 11, around that time frame. Yeah.
No, no. This see, which you the
It was
knowledge
it
base,
was right after the whole collapse,
right?
the real
So you
estate collapse.
so you see, this is what I'm talking about. This is why the people need to use you and your organization, because you have a breadth of knowledge, a foundational knowledge that is important to know. So like everyone else who's teaching about using the CFPB to dispute, well, what are they going to do now if they don't know the rules and the other ways to dispute these things? And so you have that knowledge base, and that's not something you can get from YouTube, because you got an actual foundational, true training. And that's what we need. And it's almost like a guy one time out. I'm a martial artist. I used to practice a while back, and
And remember Trump, he's all about less government, more for the people, and he's always about exposing people. And it the CFPB, I've seen things get worse and I've seen things get better. Um, yeah, so we'll see what happens. We'll see
mhm.
what happens. But I dispute online with Experian.com and TransUnion.com and Equifax. Don't even need to use the CFPB. Uh, some people just only use that. But yeah, I mean, you can't take away citizens' rights. You can't violate your rights. You can't take away a checks and balance. You can't take away. I mean, the Federal Trade Commission is the FTC. It it's above the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. The CFPB has a nice website that makes things easy, but they might make a new organization. I don't know. It's still new, but as of now, everything is working as normal. I can go on right now and dispute something if I want to.
Hmm. See, after listening to a lot of people, a lot of the YouTubers are telling us not to dispute through, even Mike the credit guy, dispute through the websites because you
Because they don't
lose.
know how. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. I'm telling you, these guys don't know shit. Sorry, but
Okay.
these guys don't know shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Once again, like I said, you train from someone, really good and way back in, who had the information
I don't think
way
anyone I
back
don't
in the
think anyone
day.
in the industry has more experience than the people that I've worked with, and I just go based upon what they taught me. You can have this argument of not disputing online and or disputing my mail really doesn't matter. It's just a means to an end. But yeah, you can dispute online. It's very efficient. It saves paper, and you get quick results. I've done it all the time. I disputed online for you, and nothing about it. So that whole thing is they say that your rights is forfeited. Well, when was the last time you had intentions to sue the credit bureaus? Like, do you have money to hire a lawyer? You know?
No.
Yeah. So people that can't like if you're struggling to pay 1,500 to 2,000 to 3,000 or even like a monthly fee for credit repair because you can't pay your shit off, why are you so? These are not. This is not talking to you. It's talking about people that with bad credit.
Hmm.
Why are you so caught up with suing someone? You don't have money, bro. Like you're not going you're not going to sue anybody. Like let's be real
Yeah.
here. So that's the argument's out. So when you dispute online with Experian, you subject yourself to arbitration, and that's good because when you have an arbitrator you can actually negotiate things better, and it's quick. Lawsuits are not a quick process. So if you're trying
No.
to dispute something and then go to court with a creditor or anyone, that's a lot of time and money fucking wasted. So,
Yes.
like, put your smart cap on and realize that if you've ever hired a lawyer, right, that is suing someone, it takes a lot of money, like 10 grand, 20,000, 50 grand, depending upon what
Yeah.
you're looking at. You know what I
And
mean?
being in a lawsuit is like being in a black hole. It's not fun.
Yeah, but this is why the CFPB is so good because you don't need to hire a lawyer. You can hire them. I mean, you could work with them and they'll go after them. But another thing is this: the bureaus have good resources that can. If you have a strong case, you can't just make up violations here. Like
Right.
you're able to get things off because there's violations, right? And if there's no violations, then you're going to have a hard time battling with these guys because they're doing the same thing. I mean, they're playing against you. It's like two people playing chess. If you have a certain amount of pieces and a limited amount of moves, what can you do? It doesn't matter if you're a grandmaster or not. You know what I mean? Like if you're limited, then you're limited. But um, the thing is that you I lost my train of thought, but yeah, I mean, you could dispute online. It doesn't matter. Um, it really doesn't matter. It's not gonna. You don't really want to sue the credit bureaus, right? Now that the CFPB is here, you can go that route. They can go after them, and they have. They've been going after. I think Experian was in a data breach, and CFPB sued them recently, right? Lexington
Hmm.
Law as well.
Everyone, I think all of the three major bureaus have been
Have been,
sued
yeah, one time.
at least
Yeah.
once, if not more than once.
And even before the CFPB, they were getting sued. How do you think the Fair Credit Reporting Act came into
Came into
existence?
existence, yes.
And then how do you think uh, there was one law that came out in 2003. It was what was it? Shoot. I think it was the Fair and Accurate Credit Cards Transaction Act, because credit cards didn't come out until, well, I think like 90s. And then you have
Yeah.
this Fair and Accurate Credit Card Transaction Act and Fair Credit Card Billing Act, which was amended by some people up there in Congress. And yeah, that happened. So credit repair has evolved, the laws. They didn't just come on one day. It came over a period of time,
Time,
and that
yes.
and that evolved with technology. So yeah, it's just it's all speculation, and you're still going to have your consumer rights, and you could dispute and in any way by mail, by by phone, by online, and it's not going to violate your rights. It's yeah, that's just. I mean, I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah. Well, like I said, that's the difference, between you and them. And that's why my spirit, directed me towards working with you. Because like I said, you you had integrity, you have a deep knowledge base, and the sincerity came through the video. And I was like, I was just telling my friend today because I was talking to him about you, trying to get him to get on board with you also. And I was like, man, when I saw the video, I was like, this is my
A-
guy.
Anyone that says you can't dispute online, I guarantee they don't have a video with proof as to why that you shouldn't do it. But I have hundreds of videos why you should. So it's really weird why people would have some. I don't know. I don't care. But I do notice that there's a stigma with a lot of YouTubers that just don't like disputing online. Maybe because I'm almost certain, based upon the things that they say, they just don't know how.
No, they don't, and that's what I'm saying. It's the difference between, let's just like what I was explaining. I'm a martial artist, so in my youth, I did Shotokan, and when I came to Houston, I met a gentleman who learned capoeira, and he tells me that he learned capoeira through the email, and I was like, "Oh, really? How do you learn capoeira through the email?" I was like, "How could I learn Shotokan through the email?" that just that just doesn't make no sense. At some point in time, you have to be
You gotta do it
one. No,
with
but
your
there
body.
has to be a one-on-one interface with your teacher. Just like, you know, I can't just get on YouTube and just listen to every single uh credit YouTube video and then come out here and expect to act like I know what I'm doing. That's not reality.
People
It
get
has to.
excited and they have a
Yeah.
bias triggered towards the hope that they'll get something removed. It's very convincing and very, very moving when you think you can get something off, but you really don't know. Like a lot of people, the unfortunate truth is a lot of people screw up their shit trying to dispute things, and they make it easier for the creditors. They think that you can just dispute unlimitedly. Yeah, you can, but you don't really need to, you need to manage your disputes. You want to get it off quickly, not just make mistakes and
And you
learn how
have to
to.
have a valid legal standing to get
Yeah,
it off. Because your reasoning has to comport with what's in the law,
yeah,
and not with
exactly.
and a lot of people I see on there talking about are saying things like, well, this is fraud, or and in actuality it's not fraud. uh
If it's fraud, then do it. The police
yeah.
can very easily detect it's fraud too. Go file a police report, and if they believe they agree. It's not difficult. I mean, if something's not yours, banks are FDIC insured. I'm sure the bank will know that too. But yeah, there's a lot of people that rely on these credit sweeps and other things, and it doesn't always apply. It's the abuse of the system. And then here's the thing:
Right.
when you open up YouTube channels and teach people this, it doesn't make it easier for us because they know counter strategies. If I was going to have tell you how to open up a channel of all my secrets, what all the creditor has to do is look at them, and people have to spread the word, and then people learn. You know, even
Yeah,
fish
that's
learn when you fish a certain way. Fish figure out what you're
figured out.
doing,
Yeah.
and they figure shit out. So it's like, um, you know, I would just be cool. But here's the thing: these people that are teaching credit repair, that's all they do. They don't fix it themselves. but they teach you how to do it, whether it's
No,
copy and
no, you
pasting
can't.
the Fair
You
Credit Reporting
you
Act.
can. You. I used to be a teacher. I'm still a teacher. You cannot teach what you do not know.
Yes, yeah, yeah, absolutely. But if you're out here doing, you're not here out here teaching a lot too. I mean, you should be doing a lot. It's okay
Right.
to be a service provider, but all these people that are teaching it, they have this thing against credit repair service providers, right?
Hmm.
But it's because their business model is designed for you to do it yourself, so it can shield them of liability of saying, "Oh, he didn't get me results, whatever." So they find something else to sell you. But either way, they got you. You paid. I mean, if it was something so good, you would have used it, right?
Hmm. And
But
it's not always good. Is even in martial arts, if I'm teaching, I'm not going to teach my students everything. The master always has to hold something back because you might get that one inspiring student that's got the capacity, but you need to have something. You need to have some bullets in the gun for when he steps up and challenge you. And it's not good to put all of your wares on display on YouTube anyway, because it's not just people watching it. Institutions are going to watch it and learn techniques, and okay, this is what they're trying to do now, so this is what we'll come up with this plan to short circuit this particular idea or plan of action against getting your getting things deleted off your credit repair. So once again, it's like, um,
lawyers with more knowledge and experience and connections and relationships and just you know their experience, they outperform lawyers that don't have that. You don't see
hmm
them helping out all those other people that are on the other side. You have to understand which side you're on, and help the people that pay you. That's what I do. If you're my client and I see you can pay me, and you're going, I see you have a future, then I'll work with you. But if I
hmm
just see that you know you don't, and you're not going to change, I'm not even going to work with you. But yeah,
yeah.
I mean, you could still teach. I still teach to a select few people, but it's not like a institutionalized thing.
hmm Yeah, I'm definitely trying to. I was listening to one person. They weren't teaching about credit repair, but they were teaching people how to structure your LLC or your company to become fundable. And this one gentleman said something that hit me really hard. I was like, oh my God. He said that, and when you're in school, you study the different topics and then you get a report card. He said, well, in the business world, your report card is your personal credit score. And he
Yeah,
said,
that's true. That's true. Another thing is that it's more important to I don't want to teach credit repair because you can, but it's better to teach financial literacy
right.
because if you're, it's like a a police officer waits for you to commit the crime, but citizens and people in community, we should educate people right and wrong, morality before it gets to that level, right? So
hmm
it's like you should know how not to get in that situation
In the
first
first person, yeah.
before learning how to fix it. It's like, it's kind of like how to get your hands in the cookie jar without getting caught. I mean, like, don't learn that. Just don't put your hands in the cookie jar.
Right.
Just fix your shit. Learn financial literacy. Learn how to manage your credit. And yeah, you can learn credit repair, but I would
Yeah.
say put more emphasis on a priority on financial literacy and try to look back and understand where you failed and find a solution, right? And then,
hmm
yeah, I mean, if who's out here trying to learn credit repair unless you're trying to start a business.
Yeah. To be honest with you, financial literacy is the key. And that's the one thing the 15 years of higher education never gave me. They just teach you technical skills. You're like a dog being taught how to jump through a hoop. But okay, once you jump through the hoop, and if you jump through the right hoop, you're making a lot of money.
It's
But
institutionalized slavery because they want you to be a slave. They don't want you to be a boss. They don't want you
boss,
to be a
right?
CEO. They don't want to. They don't want you to learn how to leverage money because why? They want you
Right.
to make the money these institutions give them, right?
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm 56, and I didn't even care about credit until last year. I previously had a very lucrative business. I never had to ask for a loan because I made so much money. I just did whatever I wanted to do. I never, never asked. I never had to ask how much something was. I just buy it. And because I didn't have no financial literacy, even when you have money, that's how you lose it. I didn't have no mentors. I didn't have anything. But this
You want
is
to
this
borrow
is
money when you don't need it.
huh? Yeah. Well, like I said, I didn't have to borrow money because I was making so much. I was just doing
Yeah,
what
that's
I
what I'm
want.
saying.
Yeah.
You have to borrow money when you don't need it.
Don't need it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. 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 Right.
Leverage. Yeah,
Right. I
and
didn't have no credit cards. I didn't have nothing. And the thing of it is though, I want to change that for my children. So my I have a son that's he's going to be 17 this year. So I'm going to be working closely with him over the next ten years to get him up to par and teaching him how to be a CEO. And I told him, I said, man, if I do my job right, you won't have to go to college unless you just want to because you're bored and ain't got nothing else to do. And I'm going to teach him all the things I wish my parents had taught me. And I think I, I I'm only speculating because I don't know for sure, but I bet that a lot of this type of teaching is being taught to those people in the Jewish community. Because I've heard that they have like Saturday
it's a Jewish
schools and
household here.
oh, right there,
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
So, uh, you know, I want to start to teach. I want to develop a financial literacy program first for my children, and then for the youth, because that's
yeah. Start with your tribe first, your family, yourself,
right. Yeah.
yeah. It's just written in Jewish and Hebrew culture, like
Well, I
all the way
actually
back from the
the
scripture.
the if you go into the Old Testament in the Bible, that's that's the Jewish Torah. I
Yeah,
don't know which one. And people don't realize that that book has more things in it, or the King James version, the Old Testament has got more things in it that have to do with finances than it does spirituality.
money is very spiritual.
Yes.
Yeah, money is very spiritual, and when you view it as as a spiritual thing, man, it changes your life.
Yeah. And that's how I'm going to move forward and with myself and again teach my children to start looking at it that way too. I know
So
I have
important.
some.
That's like the
I,
ultimate battle because it's like temptation, temptation to spend money that you don't have, and your insecurities controlling you, and your wants, right, versus your needs. And yeah, managing your money, you can also manage your emotions too, because emotions is
right,
currency as well. Energy is
right.
currency. So money is the
You know,
ultimate source
emotions
of.
emotions breaks down to energy in motion.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Hmm.
All right. So I'm glad you were able to came and show face and share with some people that there's hope. There could be a solution for people. And yeah, I'm glad that we got you some results. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll call you after this. Let me end this, and then I'll give you a call so we can take care of the bankruptcy and then the experience. There's a form you have to fill out, and
Okay.
then we'll go from there. All right, guys. I'll see you later, and
All right.
you know
Bye.
how to find us.
Make sure you hire this